All right, welcome to another deep dive. So you know how this works. You guys send us the sources, we dig in, we pull out the best bits, and yeah, we analyze it all together.
That's right.
Today we're diving into excerpts that you guys sent us from the 5 a.m. Club.
Right.
And this one, it's not your typical self-help book. It's kind of a crazy story.
It's wild.
It's a really wild story that Robin Sharma is using to teach these concepts of productivity.
Yeah.
So we've got like an entrepreneur, an artist, a homeless billionaire, and then like this mysterious guru all mixed in.
It's like a what is going on here?
Yeah, who is this spellbinder guy?
Yeah, and what's fascinating to me is how Sharma uses this almost outlandish story, like he's really trying to hook you in.
Yes.
But then he delivers these really powerful concepts about mindset and success.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he's sneaking in the veggies into a delicious smoothie.
Right. Like who wouldn't be intrigued by a billionaire who like intentionally puts himself in uncomfortable situations, like he calls it voluntary discomfort. And he says it's all about building mental toughness.
Oh,
Like,
right.
are we all just getting too comfy on the couch here?
Right. Like it really makes you think about those choices that you're making, even like physically, right?
Yeah.
And this idea of pushing past your comfort zone, that's like a huge theme in the book.
Yep.
It's all about taking ownership of your life,
Yeah.
starting with the very first hour of your day.
Okay. So that's where this whole 5 a.m. club thing comes in.
Right.
So let's unpack this 5 a.m. thing. Is it really just about dragging ourselves out of bed before the sun rises?
Well, the time itself, I think, is almost symbolic. You know,
Yeah.
it's about seizing the day before the world demands your attention,
I see.
before everyone else is like asking things of you.
Yep.
You have that time for yourself.
Okay.
The billionaire actually calls it a gargantuan competitive advantage.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, everyone else is hitting the snooze button, but the members of the 5 a.m. club, they're already miles ahead.
Wow.
They're priming their minds for peak performance.
So it sounds like it's less about fighting sleep and it's more about mastering your mindset.
Exactly.
Okay, but how does that translate into tangible results?
Well, the book introduces this thing called the 20-20-20 formula,
Okay.
and it's a framework for how to structure that first hour.
Okay.
And it starts with 20 minutes of intense exercise to literally wake up your brain,
Okay.
flood it with all those good chemicals.
Okay, get the blood pumping.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so 20 minutes of exercise. What's next?
Then it's 20 minutes of reflection and meditation.
So we're talking journaling, mindfulness.
All that good stuff, yeah.
Okay.
It's about centering yourself and setting intentions for the day.
All right, and then the last 20 minutes.
The last 20 minutes you dedicate to personal growth.
Okay.
So this could be reading, it could be learning a new skill, anything that kind of expands your knowledge base.
So this all sounds great, but I mean, what about those of us who aren't exactly morning people?
Yeah.
Is it really realistic to expect everyone to just like embrace this 5 a.m. lifestyle?
Well, the book does acknowledge that, you know, not everyone is wired to be a morning person.
Yeah.
The billionaire isn't saying you have to wake up at 5 a.m. sharp. It's more about recognizing the power of owning your morning.
Okay.
It's about taking control of your day instead of letting it control you.
Yeah, I like that. So it's about creating a routine that works for you, not like forcing yourself into a mold.
Exactly.
But does the book offer any insights into how to actually like make that shift?
it does.
Especially for those of us who like are chronically hitting the snooze button.
Yeah, there's this really interesting concept that he introduces called transient hypofrontality.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it sounds super complex.
Yeah.
But it basically describes the state of relaxed focus that's ideal for creative work.
Oh, so like when you're so engrossed in a project and like time just seems to fly by.
Exactly. It's like your inner critic goes silent
Yeah.
and ideas just flow effortlessly.
I love that state.
It's the best, and the book suggests that the quiet of the early morning can actually help induce this state.
Oh, interesting.
So making it prime time for creative thinking.
So we're not just waking up early, we're tapping into like a mental state
Yes.
that can unlock our creativity and productivity.
Exactly.
And the billionaire in the story, he's all about maximizing potential.
Oh, yeah.
And he dives into something called the 4 interior empires. What's that all about?
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
So it's basically a framework for building a really solid inner foundation.
Okay.
And those 4 empires are your mindset, your heart set, your health set, and your soul set.
So it's like aligning your thoughts, your emotions, your physical well-being, and even your spiritual side.
Exactly. It's very holistic.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And this is where the fictional narrative really shines, because you see the characters kind of wrestling with these internal struggles,
Uh-huh.
you know, making mistakes, and then ultimately using these principles to transform their lives.
Yeah.
It's a really great way to show the human side of personal growth,
It's like we're learning alongside these characters.
Exactly.
Which makes it feel more relatable and less intimidating.
Totally. And the billionaire doesn't sugarcoat things either.
Okay.
He really emphasizes the importance of persistence and grit.
Uh-huh.
He even talks about the 66-day minimum,
Well,
which is the amount of time that it takes to really ingrain a new habit.
oh, wow. So it's not about like quick fixes or overnight success.
Oh.
It's about putting in the work and sticking with it,
Yes.
even when it gets tough.
Exactly.
Does this tie into like the self-fulfilling prophecy that's mentioned in the book?
It absolutely does.
Oh.
The billionaire is basically saying that our beliefs and our actions,
Yeah.
they shape our reality.
Okay.
So if we believe we can change, we're more likely to take the steps to make it happen.
It's like that old saying, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Exactly.
It's about cultivating that mindset of possibility and empowerment.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got this amazing morning routine,
Right.
but what about the rest of the day? Does the book offer any guidance on how to structure our workday for like maximum productivity?
It does.
Okay,
And this is where the 9901 rule comes in.
that sounds intense.
It is, but in a good way.
Okay,
So it's about dedicating the first 90 minutes of your workday
okay.
for 90 days straight to your single most important task.
Wow.
And that laser focus can really lead to some serious breakthroughs.
So it's like giving your most important work the VIP treatment
Yes.
before all the distractions of the day take over.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. And the billionaire doesn't forget about recovery either.
No, he doesn't.
He introduces this thing called the 60-10 method,
Yes.
which alternates between these intense work periods and then these short breaks to recharge.
Exactly. It's all about that balance.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. We're waking up early.
Yeah.
We're mastering our mindset.
Yes.
We're optimizing our workday.
Right.
But I'm curious about this emphasis on detail and precision that runs throughout the book.
Yeah.
Is it really that crucial for success?
The billionaire argues that it is, and he uses this great analogy of Formula One racing,
Okay.
where even the tiniest oversight
Yeah.
can be catastrophic.
Right.
So it's about bringing that same level of meticulousness to every aspect of your life,
Okay.
from your morning routine to your biggest goals.
So it's not just about doing the work, it's about doing it with intention and excellence.
Exactly.
I like that.
And this attention to detail extends to self-care as well.
Okay.
He advocates for things like 2WW, 2 wonderful weekends,
Uh-huh.
and 2MP, 2 magnificent massages each week.
I am all about that.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't be?
That's some serious self-care.
Right. But beyond the pampering, it's about recognizing that taking care of ourselves is essential for sustained high performance.
Right, it's not selfish.
No,
It's strategic.
it's an investment.
And that brings us to another key takeaway, this idea of oscillation.
Yes.
Like it's this ebb and flow of the tide, this
Yeah.
natural rhythm of exertion and restoration.
Ex-
So we're finding a balance between pushing ourselves and allowing time for our minds and bodies to recover.
You got it.
The billionaire says this cyclical approach is crucial for long-term success and well-being.
Right.
We can't be on all the time.
No, we'll burn out.
We need those periods of rest and rejuvenation to like avoid burning out
Exactly.
and maintain that momentum.
Yes.
I love that he really emphasizes this balance.
Yeah,
It feels very human and sustainable,
it does.
as opposed to some of those hustle culture mantras that we hear so much.
Right. It's about recognizing that we're not machines.
Yeah.
We're complex beings with physical, emotional, and mental needs.
All right, I'm ready for the next piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
What wisdom does the billionaire impart as they continue on this journey?
Well, remember those charm bracelets that the billionaire gives everyone?
Oh, yeah.
They're not just pretty trinkets.
Okay.
Each one is tied to a billionaire maxim.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The little mirror, the flower.
Yes.
They were like mini lessons.
Exactly. And the first one, symbolized by the mirror, is all about owning the magic within yourself.
Okay.
It's about recognizing your own potential and taking responsibility for your life.
Yeah, it's like that saying, the only person you're destined to become is the person you decide to be.
Exactly. And then the flower charm that represents the second maxim,
Okay.
which encourages us to collect miraculous experiences over material things.
I like that. So it's less about the stuff
Yes,
and more about those moments that shape us and bring us joy.
precisely.
Okay, what about the compass?
So the compass charm symbolizes the third maxim, which is live like a hero.
Oh, wow.
It's about embracing courage, compassion, and integrity,
Okay.
striving to make a positive impact on the world.
So it's about living a life that's not just successful, but also meaningful and purposeful.
You got it.
Okay, and what about that hourglass?
The hourglass charm represents the fourth maxim, which is leave a legacy.
Okay.
It encourages us to consider what we want to be remembered for and to live a life that reflects our values and aspirations.
These maxims are so powerful.
I know, right?
They really capture like the essence of what it means to live a fulfilling life.
Yes.
But the billionaire doesn't stop there, right? He takes his students on this global adventure, starting with Rome.
Yes, and it's not just a sightseeing trip.
Okay.
He uses these incredible locations to drive home his points.
Oh, I see.
For example, when they're standing on the Spanish Steps, a drone delivers this detailed framework for an amazing day.
Wow, that's pretty extra.
It is a little over the top,
Yeah.
but it really emphasizes that success requires planning and execution.
Yeah, it's like, okay, here's the theory, now let's see it in actions.
Exactly. And the framework that he provides is incredibly insightful.
Okay.
It's not just about work. It incorporates exercise, reflection, connection, even play.
So it's like this holistic approach
Yes.
that recognizes the importance of balance and well-being.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But Rome isn't all sunshine and gelato.
Oh no, what happens?
For the entrepreneur, she receives another death threat
Oh my gosh.
while they're exploring the ancient catacombs.
That's terrifying.
It is a little creepy down there, but it's a reminder that life can be unpredictable.
Yeah.
And that challenges can arise even when we're on this path of personal growth.
It's like a real-life test of her resilience and inner strength.
Exactly, and she passes with flying colors.
Oh, good.
She faces the threat with courage and composure, demonstrating the transformative power of the lessons she's learned.
So Rome tests her resilience.
Yeah.
Where does the adventure take them next?
Next stop, the Taj Mahal.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine a more inspiring setting to talk about persistence and unwavering commitment to one's goals?
Yeah, it's like the Taj Mahal itself is a testament to the power of enduring vision and relentless effort.
And it's amazing it took over 2 decades to build,
Yeah.
driven by the emperor's unwavering dedication to his beloved.
So the billionaire uses this example to show that achieving greatness, whether it is building a monument or changing your own life, it requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to overcome obstacles.
Exactly, and it makes you realize that even small, consistent actions can lead to extraordinary results over time.
Right. It's not about like these huge grand gestures. It's
Yeah.
about showing up day after day and doing the work.
Yes, consistency is key.
And then he introduces the 4-part habit installation protocol,
Yes.
which is a practical framework for making those consistent actions stick.
Yes. It's all about turning those lofty ideas into concrete habits.
Okay, remind me what that protocol entails.
So the first part is the trigger, which is something that cues the new habit.
Okay.
Like your alarm clock going off if you're trying to wake up earlier.
Got it. And then there's the ritual.
Yes, the ritual is the actual behavior that you're trying to establish, like getting out of bed and starting your morning routine.
And then the reward.
The reward is something positive that you associate with the new habit to keep yourself motivated.
Okay.
This could be like enjoying a delicious breakfast or listening to an inspiring podcast.
All right. And then the last part.
And finally, repetition, no surprise there. It takes time and consistent effort to make that new habit stick.
The billionaire emphasizes that it takes approximately 66 days
Yes, the 66-day minimum.
for a new habit to become automatic.
Right. And he breaks down that period into 3 phases.
Okay.
The disruption phase, the installation phase, and the integration phase.
So first, you're disrupting your old patterns. Then you're installing the new habit. And then finally, it becomes integrated into who you are.
Exactly. It's a journey.
It's a process.
Yes. And the billionaire acknowledges that it's not always easy.
Yeah.
There will be times when you feel resistance or want to revert to your old ways.
Right. Like we're human.
Yes. But he encourages his students to stick with it, knowing that the rewards are worth the effort.
Okay, so we've conquered Rome. We've been inspired by the Taj Mahal.
Yes.
Where do they go from there?
London.
Oh, wow.
And the billionaire doesn't miss a beat.
All right.
He uses the city's iconic black cabs to illustrate the concept of neuroplasticity.
London cabbies, neuroplasticity, how does that connect?
Well, London cab drivers are famous for their incredible spatial memory.
Yeah.
They have to memorize thousands of streets and landmarks.
Right, to navigate that city.
Exactly. And scientists have discovered that this intense mental workout actually changes the structure of their brains. Yeah, their hippocampi, the area responsible for spatial memory, are significantly larger than average.
So their brains physically adapt
Yes.
to meet the demands of their job? That's incredible.
It is, and the billionaire points out that this principle of neuroplasticity applies to all of us.
Okay.
We can literally rewire our brains through our experiences and actions.
Wow, so even if we're not navigating the labyrinthine streets of London,
Yeah.
we can still train our brains to become more adaptable and resilient.
Exactly. By engaging in challenging activities, learning new skills, and pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones,
Okay.
we can enhance our cognitive abilities and unlock our potential.
That's so empowering.
It is.
But the London trip doesn't end with cabbies and brain science, right?
Yeah.
They end up in the Roman catacombs beneath the city.
Yes, it's like this symbolic descent into the depths of our subconscious.
Oh, wow.
And the billionaire uses this setting to introduce the three-step success formula.
Intriguing. What are those 3 steps?
So the first step is raise your awareness.
Okay.
It's about understanding yourself, your beliefs, your values, and your motivations.
So it's like taking stock of your inner landscape
Exactly.
before you start building anything new.
Yes. And the second step is improve your choices.
Okay.
Once you have a greater awareness of yourself, you can start making choices that align with your goals and values.
So it's about taking control of your actions.
Yes.
Instead of just reacting on autopilot.
Exactly. And the third step is expand your results.
Okay.
As you make better choices, you naturally start to see positive changes in your life.
I see.
Your relationships improve, your work becomes more fulfilling, and your overall well-being increases.
It's like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Small changes leading to big transformations.
Exactly. But all of this talk about personal growth can sometimes feel a bit abstract. What I love about this book is that the billionaire, the one sharing all of this wisdom,
Right.
he's a living example of what he preaches.
Yes, he's not just spouting theories.
No.
He's living a life of adventure, purpose, and contribution.
Exactly. And he doesn't shy away from revealing his own struggles either.
Oh, that's good.
He even shares his experience with burnout
Oh, wow.
and how the spellbinder helped him recover.
That's so important because it makes him relatable, and it shows that even those who seem to have it all together,
Yeah.
they can face challenges too.
Exactly. And his story highlights the importance of seeking support when we need it
Yeah.
and recognizing that we don't have to go through life's challenges alone.
I love that he doesn't pretend to have all the answers.
Yeah, me too.
He's open about his own vulnerabilities and the role that mentorship and guidance played in his own transformation.
Exactly. And as their time together draws to a close, he shares one final piece of wisdom, the 5 a.m. Club Manifesto.
Oh, yes. The culmination of all the lessons they've learned.
It is
A declaration of principles for living a life of purpose, productivity, and fulfillment.
exactly. It emphasizes the importance of owning your morning, embracing challenges, cultivating a positive mindset, and prioritizing your well-being.
Okay.
It's a powerful reminder of their commitment to personal growth and the transformative power of these principles.
So they've explored ancient ruins, been inspired by architectural wonders, delved into the depths of their subconscious, and even found a bit of paradise along the way.
Yes, they have.
Where does this whirlwind adventure take them next?
Well, hold on tight, because the billionaire has one final destination in store, the breathtaking island nation of Mauritius.
Mauritius. I'm sensing a theme here. Each location seems carefully chosen to reinforce the lessons.
Right.
What wisdom awaits them on this tropical paradise?
It's like he saved the best for last.
What does the billionaire have in store for them on this idyllic island?
Well, Mauritius becomes like this backdrop for some of the most profound lessons of the whole journey. It's here that he really emphasizes the importance of balance, not just between work and rest, but also between striving for excellence and embracing the beauty of simply being.
So it's like, it's not just about achieving goals, it's also about enjoying the journey.
Yes.
Appreciating the present moment.
Exactly. And this is where he introduces the concept of the twin cycles of elite performance.
Oh, right, that we talked about earlier.
Right. The idea that peak performance requires this rhythm of exertion and regeneration.
Right.
And he goes deeper into that in Mauritius, explaining that neglecting recovery can lead to burnout, diminished creativity, and reduced effectiveness.
Okay.
It's like running a marathon without ever stopping to catch your breath.
Yeah.
You might push through for a while, but eventually you're going to hit a wall.
Right, so it's not about being lazy or unproductive.
No.
It's about recognizing that rest and rejuvenation are essential components
Yes.
of a sustainable and successful life.
Exactly. And the billionaire demonstrates this himself. He encourages his students to engage in activities that bring them joy, to make time for relaxation and play. He even does a handstand on the beach and recites poetry.
It's like he's reminding them that life isn't all about work and achievement.
Right.
It's also about having fun, being spontaneous, connecting with our inner child.
Absolutely. And this playful energy is contagious. The entrepreneur who's been so focused on her business and overcoming these challenges,
Yeah.
she starts to loosen up and embrace this lighter side of herself.
But even in paradise, there's a bit of drama, right?
Mm.
Doesn't the entrepreneur have another encounter with that gunman who
Yes.
threatened her fiancé back in Brazil?
Yeah, it's a really tense moment, but it also showcases how far she's come on her personal growth journey.
Okay.
Instead of panicking or reacting out of fear, she remains calm.
Okay.
She draws on the lessons that she's learned and she manages to de-escalate the situation without resorting to violence.
It's like all those hours of meditation and mindset work really paid off.
Right.
She's able to access this level of inner strength and composure that she didn't have before.
Exactly. It's a really powerful reminder that these principles aren't just theoretical concepts.
Yeah.
They're practical tools for navigating the challenges of real life.
Okay, so the entrepreneur has faced her fears, embraced her playful side, and even disarmed a gunman.
Right. She's killing it.
What other wisdom does the billionaire impart during their final days in Mauritius?
Well, he opens up about his own struggles, sharing his experience with burnout and how the spellbinder helped him recover.
Okay.
It's a reminder that even those who seem to have it all together can face setbacks and challenges.
It's so humanizing. It makes his message even more relatable and inspiring,
Yeah.
knowing that he's not some superhuman figure,
Right.
but someone who's faced his own demons and come out stronger on the other side.
Exactly. And his story emphasizes the importance of seeking support when we need it and recognizing that we don't have to go through life's challenges alone.
I love that he doesn't pretend to have all the answers.
Me too.
He's open about his own vulnerabilities and the role that mentorship and guidance played in his own transformation.
Yes. And as their time together draws to a close, he shares one final piece of wisdom: the 5 a.m. Club Manifesto.
Yes. It's like a culmination of all the lessons they've learned.
Yes.
The declaration of principles for living a life of purpose, productivity, and fulfillment.
Exactly. It emphasizes the importance of owning your morning, embracing challenges, cultivating a positive mindset, and prioritizing your well-being.
Okay.
It's a powerful reminder of their commitment to personal growth and the transformative power of these principles.
So they've explored ancient ruins, been inspired by architectural wonders, delved into the depths of their subconscious, and even found a bit of paradise along the way.
It's been quite a journey.
How does their incredible journey with the billionaire conclude?
In a really heartwarming way, the entrepreneur and the artist, now deeply in love, decide to get married.
Ah.
And where do they choose to celebrate their union?
Where?
At the billionaire's beachfront compound in Trancoso, Brazil.
It's the perfect ending. Their journey of personal growth has not only transformed their lives, but it's also led them to a beautiful love story.
It's like a real-life fairy tale, proving that embracing these principles can lead to not just success, but also deeper connections and greater happiness.
I love that. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here,
We have.
but I think it's important to remind our listener that the book isn't prescriptive.
Right.
It's not about rigidly adhering to a set of rules,
Yeah.
but about finding what works for you
Yes.
and creating a personalized roadmap for success and fulfillment.
Exactly. The 5 a.m. Club is a framework, a set of guiding principles, not a one-size-fits-all solution.
Yeah.
The real magic happens when you take these concepts and adapt them to your own unique needs and aspirations.
And remember, the journey of personal growth is ongoing.
It is.
It's about continuous learning, experimentation, and refinement.
Right. It's about embracing the challenges, celebrating the victories, and trusting the process.
And as the billionaire reminds us, all change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end.
So true.
Well, that's it for our deep dive into the 5 a.m. Club.
That was fun.
We hope you enjoyed this exploration of Robin Sharma's insightful approach to personal mastery and productivity. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.